It's Patrik Hutzel from intensivecareathome.com, where we provide tailor-made solutions for long-term ventilated adults and children with tracheostomies, and where we also provide tailor-made solutions for hospitals and intensive care units, whilst providing quality care for long-term ventilated adults and children with tracheostomies, medically complex patients at home, including home TPN, BIPAP, CPAP ventilation, IV potassium infusion, IV magnesium infusion, port management, central line management, PICC line management, and Hickman line management at home. In today's blog post, I want to talk about a patient that we had an inquiry from, or from the family that we had an inquiry from, that I want to elaborate on. So let me dive into this. So a family contacted us saying that the hospital wants to send their loved one home with a tracheostomy and a nasogastric tube under the care of the wife. Now, we were very surprised and shocked by that, saying that, you know, the family shouldn't jump on this because the risk of the patient dying at home without intensive care nurses 24 hours a day is pretty high, because, you know, anything could happen with an artificial airway, which is what a tracheostomy is, and B, with a nasogastric tube, the risk of aspiration is very high. And therefore we said, well, we could take this man home with intensive care at home, of course, because that's bread and butter for us. But the risk of him going home without critical care nurses 24 hours a day could spark all sorts of disaster. Now, lo and behold, the family did want to take him home, and he bounced back within ICU within less than 24 hours, just as we predicted, with complications. You know, he dropped his oxygen levels, and we're not surprised by that, because you don't know what to look for if you don't know how to suction. You know, if you don't know how to manage a nasogastric tube, the risk for an aspiration pneumonia is pretty high, which is exactly what happened. He ended up with a pneumonia back in ICU within less than 24 hours. So the hospital should have never discharged this man without a service like intensive care at home that is third-party accredited for intensive care at home, you know, and that has the community experience and intellectual property to make all of that happen. You know, our expertise is to keep long-term intensive care patients at home predictably, otherwise we wouldn't be in business, you know. So by sending intensive care nurses into the home 24 hours a day, that's how we make this happen for our clients and their families, but we also make it happen for hospitals to keep their in-demand and also very expensive ICU beds empty, right? It's a win-win situation. Now, furthermore, you know, if someone needs a tracheostomy in the long run, they are better off with a PICC tube. You know, there are situations where we don't recommend a PICC tube, but in a situation like that, where the tracheostomy can't be removed, then a PICC tube should be used as a next step, because the risk of a nasogastric tube at home, you know, has inherent risks. It can be managed with managed patients at home with nasogastric tubes, adults and children. You know, we can do all of that. But if someone needs a tracheostomy in the long run, they are better off with a PICC tube. In any case, so why do I talk about this today? Really, what I want to say is going home is possible with tracheostomy, with ventilation, invasive or non-invasive ventilation. You know, that's all possible at home, but not without critical care nurses 24 hours a day. Now, case in point, when you look on our website, there's a section, the mechanical home ventilation guidelines. When you look at that section, it says, you know, that after much evidence of nearly 25 years intensive care at home services in Germany and Australia, that it's only safe if you are sending critical care nurses into the home with a minimum of 2 years critical care nursing experience, right? Everything less than that is unsafe. And once again, case in point with this lady here, you know, her husband bounced back within less than 24 hours because they didn't have critical care nurses at home. And also we have worked with some clients that where we were only funded for night shifts, and the funding bodies were only funding the night shifts and no critical care nurse during the day. And we were expecting that these patients would not survive during the day. And that was exactly correct. They passed away during the day because either parents or spouses or, you know, nursing aides could not manage a tracheostomy or a ventilator and the feeding tubes, right? That's how dangerous it is. You know, there need to be some standards in the community, and we are the standard, really. You know, there's no other service in the community that has third-party accreditation for intensive care at home. Now, currently with intensive care at home, we are operating all around Australia in all major capital cities, as well as regional and rural areas. We are an NDIS-approved service provider. We are a TAC-approved service provider in Victoria, an iCare-approved service provider in New South Wales, an NIISQ-approved service provider in Queensland, a DVA-approved service provider, the Department of Veteran Affairs, as well as we have received funding through public hospitals, as well as departments of health, as well as private health insurances. So, you know, that's how we make this all happen. Now, if you have a loved one in intensive care, you know, on a ventilator with a tracheostomy long-term, or if your loved one doesn't have a ventilator but has a tracheostomy but is stuck in hospital, please reach out to us. We can help you with any of that, including how to obtain funding for your loved one. Or you might be watching this and you might be stuck yourself in a hospital. Please reach out to us at intensivecareathome.com. Call us on one of the numbers on the top of our website, or send us an email to info@intensivecareathome.com. That's again info@intensivecareathome.com. Now, also, if you are an NDI support coordinator and you're looking for nursing care for your NDIS participants, please reach out to us as well. We can help you. We're also offering our own level 2 and level 3 NDI support coordination. Please contact us. We're also offering NDIS nursing assessments. If you need one of these, please reach out to us as well. And if you are a critical care nurse and you are looking for a career change, we are currently hiring in Sydney, Melbourne, and Brisbane, as well as in Bendigo, in country Victoria, Albury, Wodonga, on the New South Wales Victorian border, as well as in the Warragul area. If you're a critical care nurse with a minimum of 2 years critical care nursing experience, ideally with a postgraduate critical care qualification, we want to hear from you. If you want to work for us, you know, but we are looking for people that want to work with us in the long run, because that's what our clients want. You know, they don't want people coming and going. They want the same people over and over again. So we are not a nursing agency. We are actually a service provider with a tailor-made solution for our clients. So, you know, only reach out to us if you're genuine in wanting to work with us, if you're genuine in wanting to make a difference to our clients and their families, and if you want to become part of a great team. And if you are an intensive care specialist and ICU consultant, we're also currently expanding our medical team. We want to hear from you as well. And if you're an intensive care specialist and we know you've got bed blocks in your ICU, so if you need help with managing your bed blocks, especially when it comes to long-term patients in intensive care, please contact us as well at intensivecareathome.com on one of the numbers on the top of our website, or send us an email to info@intensivecareathome.com. Also, if you're a hospital executive and you're watching this, once again, we know you've got bed blocks in your hospital. Please reach out to us as well. By the way, we are also providing an emergency department bypass service for the Western Sydney local area health district, and we can provide the same for your hospital to take the pressure off your emergency department as well. Now, if you like my videos, subscribe to my YouTube channel for regular updates for families in intensive care and intensive care at home. Click the like button, click the notification bell, share the video with your friends and families, and comment below what you want to see next or what questions and insights you have from this video. Thanks for watching. This is Patrik Hutzel from intensivecareathome.com, and I will talk to you in a few days. Take care for now.